I liked it. Y'all really caught my attention with some funny shit. Like,
yeah, which one was that?
You was talking to D Money.
Oh yeah. How'd you feel about that?
That shit was wrecked, man. You know I'm a part of that whole shit. So
yeah, I was about to. Previously recorded on April 22nd. This is C-Dub TFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie MaSheen, man. We here with Millyz.
Yeah.
You know, we got this is basically like a hometown hero, you know, Cambridge, Boston. Yeah, I mean, you rep the city to the fullest. A lot of people be on some like, oh, he's not from Boston, but it's like, it is what it is.
I'm from Cambridge.
Right, absolutely. He never claimed to be from Boston, but you rep the city to the fullest and you get love on both sides of the bridge. So I'm glad that you actually you know, wanted to do this. You know what I mean? You could be doing anything right now. I mean, I know
you got a good voice, man. You know what I mean? You got a good voice and a good presence in the scene. Like, I first saw your shit and I was like, oh yeah, he could do something with it.
I appreciate it, bro. For real.
You know what I mean?
For real, man. For real.
So, man, before. That's more than just you, right? That's a couple people, right?
What you mean?
With the C, I don't know how to. Y'all got
C-Dub TFB. C-Dub TFB used to be a rap group.
Oh,
it was like 9 of us, nigga. We was like Wu-Tang, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I'm from Mattapan.
Oh, okay, you from the pen. Where?
Yeah, like River Street. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like by the Burger King, Cummins Highway type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why, you know people from out there?
Come on, man. Stop. After the funny shit, motherfuckers be thinking Cambridge is bad far. Like, you know, we get bored.
Cambridge is right there. Cambridge is right
Boston there. Hospital. If you get shot, you go to Boston Medical. You know what I mean? Like,
touche. I don't know much about Cambridge, bro. I really don't. Because, you know, like real shit. Like when you think about Cambridge, like, you know, all we know is the cliche shit. Harvard, MIT, shit like that, right?
Like I feel like 50% of dudes in Boston, like, no.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, as I got older, I realized.
If you go to like the Max and shit, like and like state and shit,
right.
Like county, you're gonna run into some. You know what I mean? Cambridge got a table and all of that shit, and a lot of times that's where most dudes from Boston and Cambridge link up, type shit. You know what I mean? Or now through rap and all of that.
So I mean, what happened? Did you do any time? Nah. Cause I know you ain't like your typical white boy from Cambridge, nigga. Like your story's not like that.
But there's not a lot of white boys from Cambridge.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about, right? On
how you where I grew up. Like if you go,
that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. Like I'm not talking about where you grew up. I'm talking about in Cambridge as an outsider looking in, like the name Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Oh, right,
you know right. You know what I'm saying? But you know where you was at. You grew up in the bricks, right? Or around there or something like that?
Out there, yeah.
Okay.
Central Square area.
So how did you feel when you when you had to give up your white privilege, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like you
I don't think I never gave it up.
What you mean, nigga? Cause you was hanging out with the niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's like my neighborhood. I'm telling you, like right now, right? Even gentrified Cambridge, if you go to the youth centers and shit.
Yeah,
you're gonna see one kid for every 15 black kids. That's still how it is. That's just how
that's crazy.
It is. There's a rich area of Cambridge, but
very affluent.
There's an affluent area of Cambridge, but they send their kids to private school and shit like that. So we never even see them. So public schools, I'm telling you, it's not a lot of white kids like that. Like, and in my neighborhood, there was no white kids after the street lights turned on. None. In a community center party, and this is just regular shit. If it's 200 kids in there, it's me and maybe one other white kid and one other white girl.
That's wild. So why rap? Like, what, you know what I mean? What made you get into rap? Because you've been rapping for as long as I can remember, bro. Like, when I was doing music, like back in, you know what I mean, 2010, 2009, like, you was one of the first names that I like started seeing on the scene. You know, you was out there with Rock Ducati. Yeah, I mean, chilling with him, Life for Life dudes. That's how I kind of knew your name, and then you kind of branched off and just became Millyz. You know what I mean? Like you embodied who you are as an artist. So why rap? Like, what made you get into rap?
Just I was I always knew how to like memorize songs from a super young age. Like even if it was an R&B song, I would know the ad libs. And like by the third time I heard it, I know every riff and that shit. And then I just got into rap. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was possible, and then Eminem came out, and I was like, oh, this shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't see no type of example. And then Eminem came out, I was like, oh, I could do this shit.
But yeah. So how'd that connection happen with Rock Ducati and them?
I met Rock through my man, C. Ruckus.
Okay.
Yeah, I met Rock through my man, C. Ruckus, another guy from
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just put us on the phone, and I fuck with Rock. Like, I fuck with Rock heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know Rock, but I know his brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rock solid as they come. Rock he's different. You know what I mean? He was a hard body dude, like real thorough dude, but and he got to a bag, which you don't really find that. Usually if somebody get money, you know what I mean? They pussy. Right. Somebody bust his gun, he's broke. But he was like... You know
that's crazy that you say that. It's funny that you say that because a lot of niggas from the hood don't like admitting that. Like I know a lot of niggas from the hood who you know, some people would say their name and just quiver. You know what I'm saying? But those weren't the get money niggas.
Nah, they don't get money because it's hard. But you know, the thing is like, all right, if you look at the streets as a game, it's like, it's hard to average 9 blocks in 40 points. Like,
right.
So there's different skill sets, and every now and then you meet somebody who busts his gun, he get money, he's solid, he stands on his word, and that was Rock, man.
Right, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Well, R.I.P. to that man. You know what I mean? Got a great story, great legacy. You're kind of like a byproduct of his legacy at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you was definitely attached to his name at an early stage. So then you started branching off. What was the project you dropped in, like, I want to say 2012, 13? That was the first project I heard with you that Jadakiss was on.
Was that the plug? It was
Forever.
Future Memories. So
Future Memories. Yeah. I was going to say Forever Memories.
Produced by my producer duo in Colombia, the Colombians.
Okay. Yeah, because you have a project that was Millyz and the Colombians.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. That's the one. Okay. All right. So how did that happen? Where would that connection come from with you and Jadakiss? Because now you on the label, right? So Raspy.
Yeah, so I met him through my man Set Free because I moved to New York around 2013 too, and that's when I met Kiss.
Okay.
I met Kiss through Set Free. Kiss was actually like, we had the record The Plug, and I think it was already out, and the shit was ringing. It was hard. It was kind of because I've been doing this shit since like 2009, 2010, but that was like kind of reinventing myself when I dropped that, and it was picking up steam, and we're like, yo, we need a feature. So we're calling around, and my man Set Free is literally like, yo, let me see who I know. And he's just calling numbers, like seeing who picks up type shit, and Kiss picked up. And we were in the Bronx at the time, and Kiss was in the Bronx because he was bringing his right-hand man, K. Rosewood, home from, he was bringing him home from jail to check into a halfway house in the Bronx. So when we called them, they were around the block. I believe in God, so it was God, you know what I'm saying? And he came through, and we hollered at him, and we paid for the verse, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's usually how it go.
Yeah, so we paid for the verse, and then I just kept kind of like being in the right place at the right time type shit, and the relationship grew, and then he really started listening to my music, and you know what I mean? Anybody that stayed around, if I put anybody in the room with my music for 10 records, even 5 records, you're gonna start to understand, oh my God, he rap, he sing, my shit is different. I tell story, whatever, you know what I mean? And he heard that, and he was like, oh nah. And we started kind of floating the concept of maybe fucking with his label, but it took until his man Ice Pick J, who just passed away, really brought it to him. Like, yo, you got to take the Millyz shit serious. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So what? Like, I didn't even know So Raspy was a label. You know what I mean? I thought So Raspy was like a media outlet, like a media platform.
I think it was at one time. That was before me though.
Okay. So now it's an official label.
Mm-hmm.
So who else is on the label besides you and Kiss?
It's me, Nino Man, and he got a bunch of others like He got a bunch of other dudes that's like working and shit on Chris Streets. My man Ty, he got a lot of dudes. I won't forget motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But he got a lot of dudes he's working with, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So what made you want to move to NY, man? Like what called for that push to say like fuck it, I'm gonna go to NY? Because I know Boston, you know, Cambridge ain't really the best breeding ground for rappers. You know what I mean? But why NY out of all places? Because a lot of people would say NY ain't really that market anymore.
It is though.
No, I mean I believe it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right, it's either LA or Atlanta, but you still, even if it's not that market, it's still the third market.
Right. Well, it ain't Boston, right? Anything beats that.
It's tough out here, statistically speaking, you know?
Yeah.
But nah, man, I had an opportunity. Like, I kept taking the fucking Funghwa bus. You know the Funghwa?
Absolutely. What was that shit, like $30 or some shit?
Like $10.
$10? Oh, shit.
I'm taking the bus back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, I mean, like, I would go out to New York for the day type shit. Like,
okay.
Get on at 6 a.m, get there at 11, like to my destination at 11:30, 12, kick it until 10, catch the midnight bus.
Damn.
And I was doing that a lot.
So you was just building relationships.
Yeah, and then a situation came up where I realized I could get an apartment. You know what I mean? It's like like $1,200 and shit. Get an apartment out there, and I'm like
$1,200 NY? That's crazy.
Yeah, because it was in the Bronx. Like that's where I moved at first. I moved to the Bronx.
Okay.
And like, you know, at first when you want to do anything, like mad doubts come in your mind.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like, I think we're trained to think kind of sometimes on some like, nothing is possible. You know what I mean? Even something like moving to New York, why isn't it possible?
I think we're trained to think not to take crazy risks, right? But when you spend a lot of your life,
we would take risks to like for like jail time and like
controlled risks, right?
Kind of, but like I feel like people don't take like goal seeking risks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
But so at the time, I'm like, I can't. It was like a voice in my mind, like I can't move to New York. Like that never even ran through my mind. But then I was like, why though? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, man,
it's just 3 hours away, man.
And at the time, I don't even think I had a car when I moved out there, or if I did, like.
You don't need no fucking car living in New York City, man.
Yeah, I was really on them trains for real.
Like you really don't need it, man. Like I remember, you know, I mean, the first time me and Shorty, like as a couple, went out to New York City, and we was just like, why the fuck did we drive? We should have just took, you know what I mean, the bus or some shit.
I like driving on now. Like I drive, but like you really don't. Like I got everywhere I needed to get on the motherfucking
bro, and half the time it's faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's just the way the city's going.
Time is faster. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But all right. So let's talk about Dave East, man. Let's talk about your relationship with him. Like, how did that end up happening? How did that transpire? Like, to make that record, Demons.
I started seeing him on like Static Selective freestyles and shit.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, like he's Demon. You know what I mean? He's hot.
Nah, nigga's nice. Yeah, like he's one of the nicest, actually. Like that's coming up right now. That's doing his thing, and like I've been fucking with Dave East for a couple years now. You know what I mean? So with him, it was just more like you just reached out to him directly, or was it like?
Nah, we reached out to Wayno at the time.
Okay.
Wayno he's on Everyday Struggle now.
Mm-hmm.
My man too. That was East's first manager. We reached out to him. And I paid East for the feature, but it was like low back in the day. It was like early, like it's the low. I catch all my shit if I do a feature because I've only paid for like 4. All of my shits work out. I swear to God.
I was gonna say,
I might be going to the stock market for real.
But when did you record Demon? Because that came out in 19, right, or 18 or some shit like that.
I got 3 songs with him, bro.
Okay.
I got 3 songs with him, bro. You know what I mean? I got songs from 2014 with him.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
How'd I miss that?
Them shits is like on SoundCloud and shit like that.
Yeah, that's wild, nigga. Really?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I've been fucking with the bro like for a long time.
All right, so that shit guy for real. Like it ain't just some music shit.
Nah, it's my man. He took me on tour. Nobody. Yeah. I didn't pay him a dime to go on tour. Like no, you know what I mean? That's not a business arrangement. You know what I mean? Like that's my man. Like
right. That's your guy.
High level rap.
So when you so I'm gonna ask you straight out, man. Like, what happened that night, man? When you know what I mean, niggas was in the club type shit, like you know what I mean, like with Dave East and Eddie Fish, man.
But I wasn't in the club. See, this
you wasn't there because that's what I heard. Yeah. I heard the rumor was that you was there and you didn't do shit,
bro.
That's the. I wasn't there neither, nigga. I'm just going off of what niggas is telling me, bro.
I did a show that night with East. I believe we were at the Brighton Music Hall, Paradise. Anyway, some sold out shit.
Right.
A lot of sold out shit on this side. We do the show.
This nigga funny. Some sold out shit.
We do the show, right? We do the show.
Yeah.
I get paid. That's my bro. He's in town. I take a flick with him, but I wasn't getting paid to go to the club, and I get paid to go to the clubs in Boston.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. That's part of the thing. Like you got to give me the bag too.
Just to show up, right? Yeah,
because I'm somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Treat me accordingly. So I wasn't getting no money to go to the club that night. Right. So boom, I'm not going to the club. I do the show with East. I take a flick with him. Backstage, everything good. I get paid for the show. I get my money. I go home.
Okay.
Next morning, I wake up. Damn. Shit is going digital.
So that puts you in a fucked up situation.
Yeah, because Fish my man too.
Right.
And I don't want to speak too much on that shit, you know what I'm saying? But
right. We don't
nasty, but dudes did a lot of dick sucking shit as far as like just dragging me into it, because sometimes motherfuckers can't face reality and deal with the situation as it comes. Like,
right.
Why you looking at me, bro? I got my money and went home. Yeah, that's my man too.
Right.
But you know, whatever transpired. I don't got shit to do with that. Like, okay. I got homies that get into it all day.
Right.
I know you might go to the club after quarantine and steal on somebody else I know.
Nigga, I'm a peaceful person, man. I'm a peaceful guy, man. I don't steal on nobody, man. I'm just here to do my interviews. That's it, dog. Yeah,
no doubt. And if I was there, that shit wouldn't have happened like that. Because if I was there to stop it.
And that's what I was. That's what I was saying. Like I was just more like,
because I know, and not to say because I'm that powerful I could stop it, but because I got a good relationship with
both parties.
With both parties, and I would have said, "Oh, stall him out, please, let him." You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. But motherfuckers spun that shit on me and made it look like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Stop, man.
Well, shit, man. Is this your first time you talking about this on the interview?
I guess, yeah.
All right, so I got the exclusive, man.
Shout out to Fish, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I don't know Fish. I know the name, obviously, from the city. He's been around for a minute. Like, either way, I don't wish no harm on nobody from my city, especially somebody who's putting on for us. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know, but it is what it is. You told your piece. That's all I need to know. But moving on, back to the music, right? So you made your way on Ignatius, man. How did that feel?
Incredible, bro. That's like a rap.
That's
a rapper's dream, bro. Like to get a 16 on one of the best rappers' albums.
Yeah, like Jadakiss, a rapper's rapper.
I knew I was nice. Knew I was nice. Like, I've had enough cosigns in my life. I knew I was nice before cosigns, but I've had enough cosigns where there's no human on earth that can ever tell me I rap whack. That don't even come into the... I had a tweet the other day, and I said some shit about, I love that even when somebody don't like me, they gotta say, yeah, he could rap, but... And then go with the blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
All right, say some bullshit after, right?
He can rap, and I'm like, yeah, because a lot of people don't get to that level where, like, yeah, he can make music, but nah, they just go straight in with the slander. With me, you got to give a disclaimer. He can rap. You know I can rap. Because if you don't think I can rap, you don't know rap music.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And I always thought, I always thought you was nice. I just feel like within the past few years, you stepped your level to some other shit. Like you was just perfecting your craft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and bro, like the freestyles I've been seeing you do with Sway and Static Selector and all of that, like them shits be fucking going crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, I take pride in them shits, bro.
Nah, bro.
Like, cause I realized that them shits get a big response. That's why my Instagram is like it is. If you look around Boston, right, you don't see a lot of big numbers and shit like that.
Right.
Within our artists. You know what I'm saying? And
I remember you said some shit like that like 2-3 years ago on Twitter, actually.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard to grow your numbers out here because there's no big homies that's going to post you. Like in Philly, if you get lit, Meek is going to post you. You're going to go up at least 20K followers. He'll get you 60, 80, something like that. In New York, you get booming, so-and-so is going to post you. In Atlanta, so-and-so is going to post you because that's the only way that you get popping on Instagram.
Right.
Unless you're doing some fucking weird shit, but it's for people to post you.
Right.
So like when I get like, I try to post people now, but like when I get like really lit, I'm a really, you know what I mean? Yeah. If I had 1 million followers, I'm getting somebody 20K. Like,
I mean, nigga, you got over 100K. That's.
And that's all off the shit you was talking about though, bro. Like I had to use that shit like a tool. You know what I mean? Okay. I feel like you gotta figure out what your tool is, and that was my tool. Like, all right, people love this motherfucking. This freestyle shit, this radio freestyle shit I learned, like a lot of people will post you. Like I got wild athletes, like it would be like Reggie Bush or like just random people just posting my shit.
Reggie Bush? That's funny as shit.
Way more than that though. Way more than that.
That's funny, man.
That just came to mind. But it'd be people you wouldn't expect and they take it and put it on their page and you get followers, you know what I mean?
Nah, I hear you. That's funny, man. My homegirl Megan, man, she in the chat, she's talking about Reload. She was over there like that's probably one of her favorite record of yours.
Reload is teaming.
That's a good record, man. That's a good record.
Hey.
That's a solid record, man. But somebody else asked, what about the sped campaign? You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you want to share that part of your life with the world? Because a lot of people would look at being in special education as like embarrassing or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? But you took it and you twisted it into something positive. So what was the thinking behind that?
I did that, man. So like I went into special education when I was like 6 years old. Excuse me, in 6th grade. That would be crazy. In 6th grade, right? I get high, don't mind me.
You good.
Special education when I was in 6th grade, and they just pulled me out of a class. Right, there was like 30 people in the class. I don't know. It's been so long since I was in a real. How many people are in a normal class?
Like 30, I think. 25 to 30 or some shit like that.
They pulled me out of the class, and they brought me into a little room. And they said, this lady's gonna do some tests with you. I don't know what it was. I had to do all type of tests and shit. And ever since those tests, I never went back to that 30-person classroom.
Really?
Now I'm in a small room. You know what I mean? I'm in a small room with 5 other kids and shit. And I know these kids. These are the bad kids. Right?
But was you necessarily a bad kid at that point?
I be spazzing, bro. Like I'm cooked. You don't really understand. Like the whole world really don't understand. If you know me, like people who know me be like, yo, you're a fucking nut. Like so I wasn't bad. Like I didn't have a gun in 6th grade. But
you did in the 7th.
As far as school standards, like this girl told me the other day, she said, I remember being in 6th grade with you and you came in and you had a whole strip of condoms and you started peeling off each condom. I mean, ripping off each joint and putting them under everybody's chair type shit. Like I was just doing and they just suspend me, you know what I mean? And then the teacher, like, I don't know, like, so that's I guess, hilarious. Yeah, like special shit. And then, so from then on, I was always in special education, but around 8th grade, freshman year, I started kind of like, I think freshman year, because I went to high school at Rindge.
Okay.
Cambridge Rindge in Latin. And I had to go to the basement to take classes. And that's kind of embarrassing. So you be in there with all the other kids in the basement, like you're not even supposed to be in the basement. Like if you're in the basement, you're in the basement of education. You heard? So I was in the basement of education, and people, you know, you kind of got to sneak back onto the regular floors. Like, yeah, I was in the basement. Don't trip, you know. And so from there, I got kicked out of Ringe for good. They said I punched one of my teachers. I made it through like 2 semesters or terms.
Why you punch your teacher, man?
No, I really didn't. It's a long story. I kind of like little elbow work.
A little elbow work.
Yeah, but they threw me out, and then I had to go to Charlestown. And so now I'm in Charlestown. So I went to Charlestown from sophomore, junior, and senior year in a little sped school out in Charlestown in the Navy Yard.
Okay.
And it's me and like 18 kids, and these kids is nuts. It's kids from Dorchester, like Roxbury, Mattapan, and then Southie, and then mixing the suburbs like Winchester. And you still there? I don't see you no more.
Nah, I see you, bro. I'm just letting you get your solo on, man.
All right. I thought I was talking about self real quick.
No. We here.
So yeah. After that, it was. You know, I'm in there with kids and they're nuts. Like these dudes is really nuts. Like I remember we took a trip to the aquarium and shit once. And there was all these pigeons outside and shit. And my man laid down. It wasn't my man, just somebody I went to school with, and he put all type of popcorn on his body and had like 50 pigeons pecking the shit out of him. Like dudes would show up to school with him. I remember one of the kids from the suburbs showed up to school with he tried to iron his shirt with his shirt on. And he showed up to school with 3rd-degree burns all on his stomach in the shape of an iron. And then, you know what I mean? Other dudes just coming to school with pistols and dudes. Right. Wow, like I was really in the midst of some real special education shit. Like I seen a joke the other day. It said, it was a meme. It said, they telling me to self-educate to homeschool my kids, but I went to special education myself. So what am I teach them? How to bite somebody?
No shit.
You know what I mean? And that's the type of shit I was around. Like those would really bite you in my school. You know what I mean? So
you was on some shit like, damn, I don't really belong in this class type shit.
Now I belonged, bro. You don't get it. Like I belonged. I was that too. Like some of them were like different because they would have like they had the mind of a fucking 12-year-old and they were 18 or whatever, shit like that. Right. I belonged as far as like I couldn't go to public school. I used to none of my friends, bro. Look at this shit, sped. None of my friends went to fucking none of my friends got through a full year in public school.
Oh shit.
Everybody I'm with, everybody you ever seen me with went to a sped school.
Really?
And they also went to jail. You know what I mean? Like it's like but that's what happened. Like if you broke down the statistics of how many kids in special education with behavioral disorders end up in jail, shit, like go to fucking anywhere right now, Nashua Street, South Bay, Shirley, Concord, whatever. And go ask how many of them was in special education for behavior disorders and shit. But
I can see that correlation. I can see that.
It's a correlation, but it's what it does to you because in your mind you're going, oh damn, I'm not even good enough to be in this 30-person class. So I would have resentment maybe. So if I knew you on man, but you go to regular school,
right?
So we're not. That's how I felt.
The niggas was catching a wreck. Niggas said, nah, he belonged. I could tell.
I'm gonna let you rock on the chat. I can't even see it.
But fucking. Nah, so all right. So how did you gain that confidence in saying that I want to be a world-renowned rapper? Because that shit right there to do something.
I was nice, bro. I was nice in my sped school. Like in Charlestown, I used to be out there. I used to take the red line to the orange line and then walk to my fucking school. And I'm rapping to people. I get to school, I'm rapping. Like, it's just what I do. And people would be like, yo, you nice, bro. You the nicest. Like, and it just gets to you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I always tell my man, like, I don't know how certain dudes who never get no validation keep rapping. Cause I got validation. I got validation my whole life. Like dudes will always be like, nice. I never like some motherfuckers put some shit out and they get no response.
Bro.
My shit had a response before anything like. And so I
be tragic.
What you said?
I said the shit be tragic. There be some niggas that really think that they like that, and then it's like they rap and
Gilly in the DVD days kill me. He said, "Yo, you should be able to look in the mirror. If you're a real motherfucker, you should be able to look in the mirror and say, come on, man, you ain't got it, man.' You know what I mean?"
Oh, bro. And like a lot of platforms be on some shit where it's like they're putting these people on them. And like for me, it's just more like I don't understand where it's like, where's the disconnect? Like, what are you fucking hearing? But whatever, that's neither here nor there, right? But what was I about to ask you? Oh shit, I forgot. I lost my whole train of thought. Nigga.
Lost it. And you not even drinking and smoking.
Nigga, I'm drinking. I'm on the Don Julio and passion fruit.
You got that? Oh, my boy, that's what I'm on. I'm on it going.
Oh yeah, I ain't mad at you.
I thought you was on what's that shit? Bob on Cool.
Bob on Cool. Nah, I ain't that Haitian, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Say that. That's another thing, bro. Like how you said, like you don't know about Cambridge. I feel like maybe other than Mattapan, Cambridge got more Haitians than anywhere.
I mean, I grew up in Mattapan, so it's hard to say that. You know what I mean?
I'm
but
like
Mattapan High Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because y'all are bigger. You got to understand, Boston's 93% bigger than Cambridge. You know that, right?
I mean, yeah, as a city, but Mattapan, how big is Mattapan?
Probably the same size as Cambridge type shit.
I don't believe that. Mattapan's probably the smallest part of Boston.
I don't know. I'm a sped. Don't listen to me. You know what right? You know what I mean? Like in my school, it was what they call a bilingual school. So all the kids straight from Haiti went there to learn English type shit. So my school was 50%. My first school, Grayman Parks Elementary School.
Okay.
So these are the first people I'm ever around, like Haitian kids, but really from Haiti, like not first generation, not you know what I mean,
like fresh off the boat type shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Everything. I could cuss you out in Creole. OD, bro. Like you feel violated. Like you know what I mean? Like
it's so funny, man, because that's what niggas always learn, though. That's what niggas always learn first.
That's what I wanted to learn. I said, how you tell? You know what I mean? Susay Glenn Ware, get my mouth and all of that. I learned all of that shit early, man.
You ever bag any Haitian chicks on some shit like that?
Of course. Oh, not talking like that.
Nah, obviously not no shit like that, but like on some,
yeah.
You know what time it is.
That got me through.
You said what?
I said, when Pablo and when Aishin, that got me through all the time.
Now, I see that you be around a lot of Haitians, man. Like, your manager's Haitian, right?
Yeah. It's my man, C. He went to the joint. He did 5 years. And during that 5 years, I was telling him, because he started fucking with me on the rap shit. Before, he had a trap house and shit. You know what I mean? It got raided. That's how he went down. And I used to go in his trap and shit, and we would just kick it. And I'd be like, yo, I gotta go do like an interview or just some type of rap shit.
Yeah.
Fucking with me. And just start coming to a few things. Yo, I gotta go to like Laced or whatever, just anything. You know what I mean? Like just part of my day is Millyz. And he started just being around and just noticing like, oh, all right, I kind of see what you're doing. This shit is, you know what I mean? So when he got his time, I started talking to him and just breaking down everything I'm doing. Yo, all right, this is what I'm doing. So giving him the game. And when he came home, he applied the game, and we've been running ever since. Like, we got a lot of money together, like, just a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
That's fire, man. That's fire. It's good to have good people around you, man. So, when he came home, what year was that?
He came home in, I don't know. I'll be fucking shit up. probably 2016. I don't know. I did BET Cypher in 2016. He came home around that time, and that's when shit started to change. But you know, it's ill because God put a lot of shit in his life for him to see, because he's seen Set Free, who's my other manager. He's been able to see how he moves in this music shit. He also, you know, Shadi from Treyway was trying to sign me, and C's was the only person I know that was around Shadi. So me, him, and Shadi would move around all the time type shit. So he got to see a lot, and he acquires game. You know what I'm saying? He'll
Yeah.
a lot of motherfuckers, you could tell them, yo, this is how you get to the money. Take this step, do this, do that, and they're just not gonna listen because dudes are stuck in their ways. He's like a sponge for this shit, and he's gonna pick up knowledge and apply it.
That's fire, man. That's dope. It sounds like a good person to have around you, man. But let's talk about your relationship with Static Selector, man. How did that happen? Because I see you've done like a shit ton of freestyles over there on Shade 45 with him. And you even did an album with him. So where did that come from?
That came from New York and just knowing how he moves. So Static is a cheat code if you were from Boston, Mass.
Okay.
If you're from Massachusetts, I don't give a fuck. You from Dorchester, Roxbury, you from fucking Chelmsford. Is there a place named Chelmsford?
Chelmsford or some shit. They use the Spanish, all right.
Valid. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, valid. But you got to start pulling up on him. Static is out. If you know Static, this is his regimen. He wake up, take care of his daughter, go to the studio, go out, do a DJ gig, go back to the studio until 4 a.m, do it all over again. DJing in New York 5 times a week. If you're from Boston, go to and you can rap. Don't play yourself if you can't rap, because then it's not even worth it. But if you make good beats, if you're a dope podcaster, you're a dope interviewer, you're a dope whatever from Massachusetts, go get around him.
Okay.
He's around everyone. Any people you don't think, like Static got a whole album with 2 Chainz. Static is lit. Static
he's very active. Very active.
With Diddy, Static is lit. And his work ethic will make you feel like you're not doing nothing in life. So basically, I got in New York and I realized when you first meet Static, you think he don't like you just because that's the vibe he just gives off. You know what I mean? Like, right. He just, you say what's up to him or just give you like half a nod and keep talking or whatever. You know what I mean? But I had
a method to his madness, though. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like that, he probably in his head a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah,
he got to weed you out type shit. And then, he just, like you said, like he's on some creative shit. And beat today, and he DJs, all type of shit. You know what I mean? Static can edit his own videos, do all type of crazy shit. So
dude is amazing, man. I mean, like he's fucking like, bro, Static Selector, bro. I mean, his resume speaks for itself, bro. If you really do this rap shit, you really, especially in this area, you know what I mean? Like for you to not know who Static Selector is and what
you already lose
the culture.
Right. Because Static will really fuck with you if you from Mass. Just get next to him. Keep popping up at his shit. A lot of this shit with a lot of these people in New York, that's how it works. Like just keep showing up. You know what I mean? Keep showing up to the DJ functions. Not just social media. You can't really know somebody on social media, but keep showing up to people's DJ functions. Keep showing up to. So that's what I kept doing. I kept showing up to his shit. I get him yo, you thirsty? You want a drink? I'm going to the bar. Like I don't got no ego. So that's why I got to where I got. And then I just locked in with him, and Static took me on tour with Griselda, bro. People don't know, like.
When was this?
I be telling people I went on tour with Griselda. They're like, when? That was 2018, 17.
That's crazy, man. I just had Last Days on here, and he just came off tour with them.
I'm hip, and he went on tour with them when they're super duper lit. So that was a super look. I went on tour with Griselda and the Locks and Static.
Right.
So every night, I'm popping out and I'm doing my shit just because Static's letting me rock the mic. Yo, I got a special guest. He's going to come rap. Just showing love, bro. Like, Static, I love Static, bro.
That's fine, man. What was that like, though, going on tour with Griselda?
Yeah.
Because at that time, they was already signed to Shady Records, right? That was like, 2017?
I knew Griselda, like prior, because, like, my man Set Free, like, fucks with dudes, like, heavy, like, West Side. That was always his man. And,
that's
Conway been my guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went on tour with them and I was fired. The Locks, all of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm around this high level rap shit, man. That's my circle.
High level rap, man. You say that a lot, man.
Yeah, because you know what it is.
So who you fucking with? Like, who's your influences right now?
My influences right now might not be high level rap, though.
I mean, whatever, nigga. It is what it is. I mean, because you can find inspiration out of whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. It don't even gotta fucking be rap. Like, I mean, Janae Aiko could fucking inspire you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
who I've been listening to, I don't know. I haven't really been listening to people like that. I listen to Dirk. I listen to Lil Durk a lot. That's
crazy. That's crazy that you say that because I never got into Dirk. But a lot of people talking about it.
I'm a late Dirk fan too. I ain't even gonna act like I've been on that shit, but it's just like Sign to the Streets 3, that's my shit.
I think that was the first body of work that I heard by him, bro. But yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
I listen to Dirk a lot. I listen to A Boogie. I listen to all the melody shit. But then, you know what I'm saying? I listen to motherfucking Jadakiss, Dave East. I listen to Nipsey. Nipsey, my favorite rapper, bro. Before all this shit, you could look at my tweets in 2012 saying Nipsey, my favorite rapper.
I believe it. Nah, I'm hip, bro.
I met Nipsey and told him you my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? Like that's like really my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? But I fuck with a lot of different music, but right now I can't say exactly who I'm inspired by. I'm kind of inspired by myself right now.
And as you should be. You should be in your own bag. Because I remember when I was making music, man, what I used to do is when I was creating, I'd block out anybody else, like any other artist. Like I wouldn't listen to them because what I used to do on some shit subconsciously, I'd hear something like, say I'm in the car, I'm driving to the studio, and fucking I'm listening to whoever. I get to the stool and I like subconsciously steal the nigga's flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens.
Or I subconsciously steal the nigga's melody on the hook or whatever the case may be. And then you get back in the car after you're leaving the studio and that same song's playing that you was playing on the way there and you're like, oh shit, I fucked up. Like I literally just remade this song. Like, you know what I mean? So
it happened.
What I started doing was like, yo, you know, if I'm going to the studio, we ain't listening to shit. So like, do you catch yourself doing the same type of deal?
Kinda, you know what I mean? But sometimes I search for inspiration because I'll find inspiration through somebody else's shit if I could.
Yeah.
If I can. I'm not gonna make the same song as them, but you know what I mean? If I could, okay, you getting on this beat and doing this, I think I could do that and put my twist on it. You know what I mean? I'll do that, but I know exactly what you're saying about sometimes, you know, your shit could start sounding like somebody's shit.
Nah, it's fucking crazy. Like it's happened like 3 or 4 times. It's just annoying. Yeah, I mean, but who you fucking with in Boston right now, man? Boston, Cambridge, man. Is there anybody else that's
a lot of people? I love it.
Who's out here that you checking for right now?
Name something, man.
I mean, you see what I'm wearing right now. Free niggas.
Yeah.
You know I mean, you see A-Zip is doing his thing.
A-Zip demon.
A-Zip doing his fucking thing.
See, when I say high level rap, it don't mean you whack if you're not high level rap. But it's just
so tell me what that means. High level
rap is, you know what high level rap is like.
But from your perspective, you know
high level rap is like a certain frequency that you operating on, or that you can access. Right. So Drake might do something that's not high level rap, but he's
like Tootsie Slide. Like niggas need to realize that song sucks.
But he's high level rap.
He's high level rap, but that song sucks.
But not everyone can access high level rap. Like let's think of like a great person who like Future.
You don't think he can access that? Actually, you're right. He can't.
He might, because he's
nah. Listen, I just became a Future fan, like literally, like this year, 2020.
You was super late.
Nah, you know why, my nigga? Because I like intellectual rap. I like.
All right, so you like HLO, you like high level rap, but so when I'm saying high level rap, I just mean for the people that can access that place in their mind. Right. They can operate on a certain frequency.
Right.
So, I'm trying to think like it's weird shit like Trippie Redd. I done heard him do some high level rap shit before. It's
really?
Weird, bro. I'm telling you, it'd be like weird shit you wouldn't expect. Like certain motherfuckers know how to go there, but they won't. You know what I mean? But certain motherfuckers couldn't go there if they wanted to. So like couldn't go there if they wanted to. Like it's like it's hard because I'm like sometimes you never know somebody's capability. But like, for instance, like I can't picture Quavo getting on a DJ Premier beat and body.
Right. That's not happening. Or Lil Uzi Vert.
But maybe because the Migos really got bars.
They got bars, but in their element.
Really, so man, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so we don't even know if they put their mind to it, what they could do. So I'm trying to think of just people, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it should be tough, but it's high level rap is just a certain frequency that certain people can attain. So when I see like 8-Zip can attain high level rap, you know what I mean? That's really what he does at all times. And then there's somebody like me, I might do a singing song like RLS, but you know I'm a high level rap. I can still go to Sway and Body.
I actually love that record, man, the RLS.
Thank you, bro. But the problem is a lot of the motherfuckers who's high level rap can't take it back and make good music.
Right.
Motherfuckers is too lyrical, there with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That happens a lot, and that's
a lot of the motherfuckers who can't access high level rap is going like I don't know if Rowdy Rich could do high level rap, but he's number one.
Wow, it's crazy that you say that. I don't know.
That's like an artist I was looking for, somebody who's obviously incredible, but we don't know if they could do high level rap though.
Who's somebody from our city, from Boston? Who that you already got something in the works with right now that we should be checking for?
I work with my man G Nipsey a lot. He's out of Cambridge. He's fire.
Okay, yeah, I seen that. I seen you done a couple records with him.
Trap Glizzy.
Yeah.
Demo Crashed Out.
Yeah.
Pablo Benz. I got a lot of I got to shout out Cambridge first. K-Mer. I got a lot of them. They're going to get mad at me because I'm going to forget about them.
Do your thing, man.
But Boston, who I got something in the works with, I don't know. I'm always working with D the Flyers. That's Brockton, though.
Yeah, D the Flyers, he's doing his thing right now. I fuck with him. You need to get me the drop on that, man. I need to have a conversation with him.
He's incredible.
Nah, dude is super talented, and he's young. So I can only imagine...
He's like,
I can't imagine what the next 10 years is gonna look like for him.
I'm telling you, bro, he's different, bro. He's different. Like Brockton, he got a kid out there named BTL Dre too. Oh my, yeah. BTL Dre Demon. He got a kid named EK Demon.
Yo,
them three, bro. Like dudes don't understand. Like there's a lot of talent in mass. That's honestly why I hate when they call it the Boston rap scene. Because to me, it's the Massachusetts rap scene.
Well, I mean, it's just like when you talk about Miami and you got a nigga that's from fucking Port St. Lucie.
You know where Jeezy's from? Not Atlanta.
He's from fucking like Aiken, Georgia, some shit.
He's from Mechanicsville, Georgia. The Migos not from Atlanta. Pimp C's not from Houston. People consider them the capital city, so I get it.
Nah, but either way, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you look at it, it's just when you look at a market like this, when people are outsiders, they look at Boston as the end all be all. Right? Doesn't mean that that's the truth, but whatever. The
problem with that is when one of those publications says, "Yo, this is so and so rapper from Boston." You got 17 people on Twitter going,
"No, he ain't.
He's not from Boston." And the article said he was from Boston.
Right.
That's what the publication said.
Like you look at somebody like Bia.
I had to specify to BET Cypher, bro, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Right. That's dope.
Say Boston. It's with Cambridge, Massachusetts. But so I think people got to understand that on both sides. People from Boston got to understand, yo, these artists is going to naturally be called Boston because it's Massachusetts.
Absolutely.
The motherfuckers can say Brockton all they want. I can say Cambridge all I want.
I spent a lot of time in Florida, man. And there was this one nigga that I met, like, you know.
Where at in Florida?
Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, you know what I mean? Broward, you know what I mean? Like back and forth. But either way, like certain circles would call me Boston, right? And some people would be like, "Oh yeah, yo, you from Boston? Me too." And I'm like, "Where you from?" Niggas would be like, "Haverhill." And I'm like, nah, my
Yeah,
nigga.
I never understood that because there's a lot of for instance, like look at Brockton, right? Brockton produced Rocky Marciano.
Right. Right.
Brockton is home to maybe the most Cape Verdeans in the state. Like Brockton's lit, like in its own way. Look at Cambridge. Cambridge produced Patrick Ewing, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only Hall of Famer to ever come out of Massachusetts. He's from our side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I be proud of it? Like this, if a motherfucker from Haverhill just said, yo, I'm from Massachusetts. Where? Haverhill. That sounds better than saying
that's fine.
Boston,
right.
Boom, boom. Because you gotta have pride in where you from. To me, Lowell is lit. To me, Lynn is lit.
Right.
Because I know people from out there to get to a bag. I know crazy Cambodian motherfuckers that'll slay you. You know what I mean? I know.
That's what I told dude. I said, yo, listen, man, you can say that shit to them, but don't say that shit when you're around me. And furthermore, you should be proud of where you from, nigga. Like,
a lot
you're
of
not
times,
from Boston.
I see the other side too, because a lot of times people don't have the time. If you say your city, that's why it's better to say, because if you say Haverhill, nobody's gonna have heard of it. But if you say Massachusetts, that's valid. That's the answer. Instead of going to spots and saying, yo, I'm from Boston, say I'm from Massachusetts.
Right. I'm from Mass, yo. And
then what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, oh, Boston, you near there. This is where I'm from, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So that makes sense. That's how I feel about the shit. You know what I mean? But it's all bullshit anyway. We gotta get to some money, and this ain't gonna help us get to no money.
So that's what I was gonna get into next, man. So what's your best advice for somebody who's up and coming out this market right now? Because you living totally off rap right now, right?
That's a fact, and you know what I mean. I got different things in the works with my weed strains and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a legal tip and all of that.
I hear you. You wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't legal.
Yeah. I mean? But I would say for the most part, like my advice for somebody is just to try to figure out, like, all right, like what's your skill set and what is a tool out of that you can use to propel yourself to where you want to get. Like, just have a kind of game plan, because in this shit, if we being honest, this shit is about numbers. But you gotta put numbers on the board. You know what I mean? To be like, it's not like back in the day where Shine can go rap for Puffy at the barbershop and get a deal.
Right.
Because in this era, Puffy would have said, well, how your streams look. How many followers you got on the gram? So I know that shit could be conflicting, but figure out a way to attain it. And also, I heard a fire Boston rapper the other day, and his first bars in the challenge was like, I'm about to rip this shit, not like nobody from fucking Boston, though. Like, you can't, dudes don't want to hear that type of shit. Just go straight in and get busy. You know what I mean? You don't block it. You think about the next person. You know what I mean? Or everybody's so in a rush to shit on everybody around because we frustrated. We feel like, yo, we haven't made it in this city and it's everybody else's fault. But it's not that. Just put on for yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. But I mean, all right, so what about people who are already, kind of established, like in the same regard as you? Like, you look at like Cousin Stiz and Bia and stuff like that. Have y'all ever, talked about doing some records together?
Yeah, I did a record with Stiz in 16 up.
Well, now I know about Stiz, but I mean, like say, for example, Bia, like something like an artist like that.
I'd like to do records with everybody. That's all by people.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out how to do it. I think I'm very into the scene. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I wish everybody would be very into the scene, but sometimes what happens is the scene hates on you, and then you be like, "Fuck that, man! LA, I'm getting money. I'm in New York. I'm doing this. Fuck that shit. I don't owe nobody nothing." And then the scene can push people away. The scene pushed Joyner Lucas away.
Oh, absolutely. I see that. A lot of people seen that. Somebody said Millyz really a Zoe at heart.
Yeah, bro. But where were we?
You was talking about your influence in the scene and how you're really in the scene and niggas that hate because
Do you feel I'm really in the scene? I want to know from somebody in the scene. Like I do. I correspond with people and
I do believe that you pay attention to what's going on. I.e. you having this conversation with me right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do believe that you keep your ear to what's going, like, 8-Zip has been doing his thing for like a good solid year now, right? And some niggas still don't know his name. So the fact that
8-Zip knows how to he knows how to network.
Oh, absolutely.
So the thing is, 8-Zip knows how to network in the sense that he's not gonna just tell, like some motherfuckers, dog, I might miss a DM from you.
Right.
And then get a tweet 3 days later with something that I perceive as disrespect because you're in your feelings about, you know what I mean? 8-Zip's not that.
You be getting crazy shit like that?
Bro, you don't understand why I be fighting for this shit. I'm telling you, like, and sometimes I want to tell people, like, bro, I'm not even on. You wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, yo, your man Dave East did some shit to me the other day that didn't really kind of sit well with me, bro. Did he tell you? Because I DM'd him the episode that we was talking about the situation with him and Eddie Fish. And dead ass, my nigga didn't even listen to the shit or whatever, but he hit me back like I was a rapper. Like, yeah, man, I'm feeling your shit. I feel like I could bring you to the next level. What's your budget? And I was just like, bro,
You sure? On East what? On his what?
On his Instagram.
Nah, that's probably somebody else running that thing.
And I assume that.
My boy busy, I'm telling you, like.
I assume that. I was like, what the fuck?
I know how my DMs look. So I know for a fact, like, I know for a fact his shit is quadruple. It's impossible. I'm doubting you even seeing it. It's somebody. So
I just replied. I was like, you ain't listen to a damn thing because I don't rap. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so, man. But all right, man. So besides 8-Zip, man, who else out here you fucking with, man? You ever do a record with Last Days?
I fuck with Last Days. We ain't do a record yet. I fuck with Last Days. I fuck with You just gotta name them, bro.
Yo, what's going on with Life for Life, man? I know Smoke's still doing his thing, but where's Lee Boy at, man? Why ain't
he got bars, right?
Lee Boy was probably my favorite rapper for a good number of years out here, bro.
Lee Boy is good, and he got bars.
Yo, that motherfucker's amazing, bro.
He still be doing the challenges every now and then. He get busy.
And I know, but like, fuck all of that. Like, yeah, that's cool. We could do the challenges, but like, let's rap. Let's do that high level rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever have those conversations with him?
Nah. I ain't, you know what I mean? I just be letting dudes do what they do type shit, man. But I know he got it though. He definitely got high level rap. Nah,
that's you is his mans, bro. You need, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, fuck out of here. Like, let's do this shit for real. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
You ever heard of Oompa?
Yeah. Yup.
How you feel about her?
Honestly, I haven't checked out the music too much, but I know that she's doing some big shit, though.
You got to check out her album, Cleo, man.
Yeah, I heard she's super artistic and she's doing.
But she could rap, nigga. Fuck the artsy shit. Like, she could rap, bro. Like, but she is. She is very artsy.
We got demon females from Boston,
bro. I mean, like, I can only imagine how some niggas would feel.
A lot of motherfuckers. We lit,
bro. Like, there's a lot of crazy, like, great.
You could put Massachusetts shit. You could put Massachusetts shit really against anything at any level. That's how I feel. Like high level rap shit.
Word.
Melody shit. I put D the Flyers against any of them melody motherfuckers. I'll put me, Joyner Lucas, Token against any of them rappers. Rap. You know what I mean? Those type of rappers and shit. It'd be like shit like that. I put Bia, Dutch Rebel against any female rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dutch is nice, man.
Yeah.
Dutch is nice.
We got that shit.
All right, man. So what's next for you, bro? Like, what you got in the works? Because I know you've been dropping some singles. You got RLS, you got Atlantis, you got the Pandemic Pandemonium. You got all types of singles that you've been dropping.
Yeah.
So what's up?
I'm about to go ahead and drop the Muscle, and that's like something I've been saying for a while. I'm excited about the Muscle. The Muscle's gonna ring on. The Muscle's gonna be stupid. I had to learn Triller just to be able to,
just to fuck with it.
Yeah, just for the Muscle. You know what I mean? But nah, the Muscle's gonna come out. The Muscle's gonna be crazy.
Okay, when and that's dropping when?
That's dropping on Friday.
Okay. Papa Don just said, let me get some of that Blanco Lotto.
I'm high as shit, Papa Don. I'm trying to hold it for this interview, but I'm so fucking smacked and I'm trying to be professional. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just realized, yo, bro, this is my first time using this platform.
Papa Don been on tour with me. He know I don't smoke like that. I smoke. But he knows how I smoke. I smoke like 4 pulls. I take the blunt back. So
you on some special shit tonight?
Yeah, I'm facing the L. I'm demon head.
Yeah, because it took you a whole hour to like barely smoke that blunt, bro.
I'm trying to go slow, but I'm smacked. I'm ready for the interview now, like, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. But that's what's up. So you do you have an album in the works, man?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, bro, I got so many records right now, and with this like pandemic, I don't know when it's gonna let up. So I'm not trying to plan to drop. I'm not dropping the album. If it's gonna be this pandemic for fucking 5 6, however long the pandemic goes, I'm not dropping the album. Like, I'm not dropping the album. I'll just rather drop song.
And that's the way to do it, like, given the situation.
Type shit.
That makes sense. But, I mean, is there anything you want to end off with, man? Is there anything you want to leave the people with?
Nah, man. I'll just say, tune into the Muscle, man. I made a muscle. Got an elliptical grind. That's something you can work out to. That's something you can dance to. I wish I was out there to go to the clubs. You know, I'm a Starledge veteran. You know what I mean? Like, I was going crazy. But yeah, man, just tune into the Muscle, man. Run my streams up and support people. Support people from Massachusetts and Boston. If you see them doing something good, like my man Charlie MaSheen.
Yeah, baby, I appreciate you, man.
The name is fire. The voice is fire. He's interviewing the right people. And I like when you talk about that local shit. That's what caught my ear when you talk to dudes about the whole situation you asked me about. That's what really caught my ear. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, bro. I try to keep my ear to the streets, man. Even if I ain't there, man. I talk to the right people. I hear the right things, and I know what's relevant to like people who care about the culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? So. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing my part and pushing the culture forward.
I had never heard you before that, bro. That's when I heard, and I'm like, oh, I listened to the episode. I wanted to hear what they were saying about it. You know what I mean? Shit was rap.
That's dope, man. I appreciate it, bro. For real, man. But listen, man, we're gonna end it off like that. I wish you the best, bro. I already know you do your thing. I already know you're gonna make it work. This fucking COVID shit got people all fucked up, but when it does work out and we can actually have a face-to-face, interview, I want to set something up like that. Hopefully do something live together. Yeah, I mean, probably, one of the clubs out here, whatever. You know what I mean? It's something, one of these venues.
You should have been up to one of the shows, bro.
Nah, absolutely. Well, you gotta understand, CWCFB Radio just started in January, bro. You know what I mean? Like literally, bro. Like,
part of that with you.
You said what?
It's just you?
It's me, bro. It's all me.
Other like co-hosts and shit.
I brought in Lord Jew as a special co-host.
Shout out Lord Jew too, Demon.
Yeah. Lord Jew, she do her thing. I brought her as a co-host for one episode. I brought my man Rick as a co-host for one episode. So like that's what I do. Like I'll bring in, you know what I mean, special co-hosts and things of that nature. But for the most part, it's a one-man team, bro.
Right.
And, I fuck with the people who fuck with me. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your time. Anything you need from me, man, you need me to drop some ad libs or some shit, nigga, I got you. You know what I mean?
No doubt, bro. Salute.
All right, baby. Be easy, man. Be safe.
I bet that.
Wife ain't hitting you raw. My shit is different, I'm dripping in sauce. Lettuce and vinaigrette.